Hey guys, welcome back to Augie and me. Today we're reading the Julian chapter. The title of the chapter within that chapter is titled Going Home. Starts on page 87 and goes to page 89. I realized I didn't have Augie's address, so I wrote another email to Mr. Brown asking him if I could send him my note to Augie and have him mail it to him for me. Mr. Brown emailed me back immediately. He was happy to do it. He also said he was proud of me. I felt good about that. I mean, like really good. And it felt good to go. Good to feel good. Kind of hard to explain, but I guess I was tired of feeling like I was this awful kid. I'm not. Like I keep saying over and over again, I'm just an ordinary kid. A typical, normal, ordinary kid who made a mistake. But now I was trying to make it right. My parents arrived a week later. Mom couldn't stop hugging and kissing me. This was the longest I'd ever been away from home. I was excited to tell them about the email from Mr. Brown and the note I had written to Augie, but they told me their news first. We're suing the school, said Mom excitedly. What? I cried. Dad is suing them for breach of contract, she said. She was practically chirping. I looked at Grandmere, who didn't say anything. We were all having dinner. They had no right to withdraw the enrollment contract, Dad explained calmly, like a lawyer. Not before we had been placed in another school. Hal told me in his office that they would wait to rescind their enrollment offer until after we had gotten accepted into another school, and they would return the money. We had a verbal agreement. But I was going to another school anyway, I said. Doesn't matter, he said. Even if they return the money, it's the principle of the thing. What principle? Said Grandmere. She got up from the table. This is nonsense, Jules. Stupid. Stupid. Complete and utter nonsense. My man? Said Dad. He looked really surprised. So did Mom. You should stop this stupidity, said Grandmere. You don't really know the details, my man, said Dad. I know all the details, she yelled, shaking her fist in the air. She looked fierce. The boy was wrong. Jules, your boy was in the wrong. He knows it. You know it. He did bad things to the other boy, and he is sorry for them, and you should let it be. Mom and Dad looked at each other. With all due respect, Sarah, said Mom, I think we know what's best for. No, you don't know anything, yelled Grandmere. You don't know. You two are too busy with lawsuits and stupid things like that. Man, said Dad. She's right, Dad, I said. It was all my fault. All that stuff with Auggie was my fault. I was mean to him for no reason. It was my fault Jack punched me. I had just called Auggie a freak. What? Said Mom. I wrote those awful notes, I said quickly. I did mean stuff. It was my fault. I was the bully, Mom. It wasn't anyone else's fault but mine. Mom and Dad didn't seem to know what to answer. Instead of sitting there like two idiots, said Grandmere, who always said things like they were, you should be praising Julian for his admission. He is taking responsibility. He is owning up to his mistakes. It takes much more courage to do this kind of thing. Yes, of course, said Dad, rubbing his chin and looking at me. But I just don't think you understand all of the legal ramifications. The school took our tuition and refused to return it, which, blah, 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 said Grandmere, waving him away. I wrote him an apology, I said, to Auggie. I wrote him an apology. I sent it to him in the mail. I apologized for the way I acted. You what? Said Dad. He was getting mad now. And I told Mr. Brown the truth, too, I added. I wrote Mr. Brown a long email telling him the whole story. Julian, said Dad, frowning angrily, why did you do that? I told you I didn't want you to write anything that acknowledged. Jules, said Grandmere loudly, waving her hand in front of the Dad's face. To Cravacam and sandwich on fromage. I couldn't help but laugh at this. Dad cringed. What did she say? Asked Mom, who didn't know French. Grammy just told Dad he has a brain like a cheese sandwich. I said, "Come on," Dad said sternly, like someone who was about to begin a long lecture. But Mom reached out and put her hand on Dad's arm. "Jules," she said quietly, "I think your mom is right." That wraps up that chapter. I hope that you guys enjoyed. And if you did, hit that like button, and I will see you next time.